Hello and welcome to Experiencing Love. I'm your host, Philip Jocks, and I'm so glad that you're here. Another early episode yet again, and I love this. I love it, and it's also by necessity because I have an ultra busy day today filled with love, filled with connection, filled with joy. And there's nothing to it but to do it. Just a quick update from yesterday. My body is absolutely cooked right now. My legs are sore in the type of way that haven't been sore in a very long time. And I'm here for it. I truly, truly am. I used to joke around with my friends when I would go rock climbing saying that we're always chasing this soreness. We're chasing this high that is being sore after a great day at the gym. And what I found is that by varying my exercises and doing different things, I'm finding new muscles that haven't been worked out in a very long time. So I ended up going on like a 6-mile hike, something like that, as well as playing volleyball later in the day. And what I found in my body that actually got sore was my hips, because the day before I went to yoga and really stretched out the hips. So my legs are fine because they've been working hard already, but the hip area, well, let's just say it was a little bit tight by the end of the night. And so loosening that up, getting to move around, having all of this fun with all of these people was truly just a blast. And I went to bed knocked out, like actually just passed out, and slept for just about 8 hours. This time I woke up early again and said, no, thank you. Nope. I looked at the time, said, you miss me with that. I need my rest. Went right back to bed. Went right back to bed to give my body a little bit more time to just rest and recover. So yeah, here I am today. I got a great day planned. I'm about to do a mini event online. Just check it out. And then I'm spending the rest of the day with family. I'm going to go spend the day with my sister and her family for my nephew's first birthday. You know, that's a big deal. Reaching the number one in the family. Let's go. Anywho, shout out to him. Happy birthday, bro. But yeah, since I'm a little bit in a rush, I didn't have quite as much time or brain capacity to really think about what I wanted to say. So with that in mind, I just want to wish you a wonderful day. I think I did that yesterday as well, and then that turned into a very long episode anyways. So maybe that's just the key. I'm just kidding. The key is to experience love. That's what this show is. I get these daily downloads, and I think right now, being in this high energy state, the only thing that I want to do for you is spread some of that with you. I know what it's like to get online, watch some videos, and realize that you're not in a peak state. You're not in a beautiful state. You're not in a state of mind or a state of emotions that is empowering to you or helping you move forward. I know what it's like to honestly feel a little bit jealous or even feel a little bit shameful that someone else is feeling so great and I'm not. And what I know about those moments, most of all, is that it didn't really matter what anybody else was feeling. The thing I was really upset about was that I wasn't feeling my best. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't doing what was best for me. And so whatever you have to do today to put a smile on your face and then the smile on the faces of the people around you, I want you to go ahead and do that. Do it in a way that portrays love and not fear. Don't make laughs at the expense of other people. Make laughs that bring genuine joy and laughter to everybody that you're with. Sometimes we feel like it may be hard to smile. Sometimes we feel like things aren't going our way. They're not going the greatest. And we ask, what do we do to cheer up? And I've said this so many times, and I think I keep saying it to drill it into my head as well as yours. You know, repetition is the mother of mastery. But to see a smile, give a smile. Sometimes to see a smile on your own face, it helps to actually trick yourself. Smile for yourself, smile for other people, and you'll find that when they smile back, the joy can be real. The joy will be real. So sometimes when I'm not feeling my best, I just remember that, you know what? There are people out there that have it worse than I do. So let me send some love to them. Let me not judge. Let me not criticize. Let me not blame anyone or anything for why things are the way they are. And instead just accept that for this very moment, things are the way they are. And I could just send love. I send love left and right and up and down and in front of me and behind me. I send it out in waves and pulses. I send it out as a continuous stream. And all of this sounds very woo-woo, very, oh my gosh, what is he talking about? How do I do that? But the point is, love will look different for you than it does for me. For me, love feels like energy. Love feels like a wave. For you, it might be more tangible, more logical. It might be something that you physically do for someone. I just know this. When you give love, but you give from a place of not needing or expecting anything in return, that is the only way that you will feel true love back. The only way. Because if you give love to get love, right? If you give love solely so that the person you give it to has to return it to you, it will feel conditional. And if you're a human on this planet, you know that conditional love is everywhere. Unconditional love is much more rare. I'm not perfect at this, but one of my intentions is to practice unconditional love every single day whenever I can. Of course, like I said, I'm not perfect and there's probably some conditions, but I also know that sometimes I can be hurt, I can get hurt, and still forgive and love, right? It may just take a little bit of time. It may take a couple minutes, but I'll get back there. I'll return to love. And so maybe that's unconditional love. Maybe that's conditional love. Like, if you hurt me, I will give you love in 15 minutes kind of a condition. But I'll say that even if that's a form of conditional love, it's better than holding a grudge for days or weeks or even my entire life. So as I practice unconditional love, as I get to the point where truly anybody can do anything and I will still show them love for being a human, for being on this planet, for just trying their best with the resources they have, I will be okay with wherever I am. I know that there's a lot of episodes that I've created that don't have anything to do with love. Yes, it's the Experiencing Love show, but sometimes there's so much that goes under the umbrella of love that I may not even talk about it. But I do know for certain that I am a creature of love. I'm a creature of connection. I've been primed since the day I was born to love. I've had love all around me. I was loved as a kid and I was taught to love others. I've had moments where I was scared, where I was hurt, but what I didn't see was the love that was all around me in those times. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of exploration and a lot of taking responsibility for me to see all the love that's been around me for my entire life. It's really easy to blame other people. It's really easy to blame circumstances for why you can't feel a certain way or do a certain thing. And to that I say, nothing is ever impossible. The question is it worth it? I truly believe that being in a state of love is 1000% worth it. The more you do it, the happier you'll be, and the more impact you'll have, the more you'll create, and the more you'll achieve. It's not impossible for anyone. And so even if it may be extremely difficult for you, even if your circumstances make it feel like it's impossible, but it's really not, I still believe it's worth pursuing love. Maybe I had it easy. Maybe I didn't. As much as I share, you'll never know my true experience in the same way that I may never know yours. For that reason, I will never belittle your struggles. I will never take away from what you've been through, because I know in your own right, you've struggled, you've loved, you've had all the experiences. Just because mine may be harder or yours may be harder doesn't mean the other didn't have a tough time. This is how I give space to everyone. This is how I allow my feelings and their feelings to come together in connection, in unison. I truly believe it's one of my greatest gifts, my greatest strengths, my greatest powers. The ability to love more often and more strongly than anyone else that I'm around is one of the best things that I can do. I see it on the faces of the people I interact with. I see it in the hearts of the people that I touch, that I affect, that I impact. That's how I know I have an impact on this world. And when I started all of this, I remember I set the intention of I want to help one person. I want to impact one person. And everything else is icing on the cake. Well, when I set that intention, I pretty much achieved it within a month, maybe less. And I kept helping that person. But the point is, there was one or two people that I helped very early on that showed me that I can do this. I can be a light in this world. And I can help others. And yeah, I'll mess up. Yeah, I'll make mistakes. But I know that for every extra person I get to help now, it's just a bonus to me. I've fulfilled what I wanted to fulfill all the way back then. Yeah, my goalpost now has moved a bit, where I want to help 10 people, then 100 people, then 1,000 people. But the point is, at each point I've been celebrating. I celebrated when I helped one person, because that was a win back then. Now helping one person, I could do that on a weekend. But that's not to say that helping that one person isn't crucial, isn't important, isn't the best thing that I can do. And I hope I've said just the right things for you to hear to have a love-filled day. I say it every single episode. Just remember to always fill up with the love. I say it because it never hurts to be reminded. Sometimes love doesn't come automatically. Sometimes we have to work at it. I know I did. It's a bit more automatic these days, but I've also been doing this for, well, my whole life, really. But the actual intentional part, I would say, since the beginning of this year, 7 months. Before that, I spent a lot of time fixing up my mindset, kind of getting from a place of scarcity to a place of abundance. Once I got to that place of abundance, I learned what was I most abundant of. And for me, that was love. Love is absolutely everywhere for me. It's in the places I go to, the things I have, the people I meet, the activities that I do. And every single time I remember that, it's like my mind just opens up, my heart opens up, and I get to see the love in other people too. So, without further ado, and until next time, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.